HUD power switch, set to on, M. The VTH will turn on after a short delay, during which the system will heat up to operating temperature. The test position of this switch is not simulated.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Copy. Ground power is now on.
PCTH radar altimeter switch, set to test and then to on, M, and set the HUD altitude display selector to the H position, to have both barometric and radar. Radar display, VTB, power switch, set to on, M. The VTB will turn on after a few seconds delay, during which the display, DTOT fuel amount, set. Important, bingo fuel, set. Adjust the drum counters to set an alarm to sound when the internal fuel remaining falls below the bingo counter value. Cockpit lights test switch, test both 1 and 2 position, by successively clicking and holding the left and right mouse button. Electric pump switch, move it to its test momentary position, then release to auto. Check that the Hydro S red warning light is off. This switch enables the backup electrical hydraulic. Set the radio navigation equipment to the departing airbase frequencies. On this mission it is Cairo West. VOR mode knob. Tune the station frequency. For this airbase tune 111.50 MHz. Test the VOR receiver with a right click and hold on the highlighted knob ring. Next repeat the test with a left click and hold. TACAN mode. Power on the system by tune the TACAN channel. For this airbase select the 114 X-ray station. To set the channel, use your mouse wheel over these. You can check the TACAN indications by selecting TAC. Good. The large needle will point towards the TACAN ground station. You will know that the INS normal alignment is complete. If the INS stat. Good. Now that the INS alignment process has finished, set the PSM mode selector to. We are now ready to start the engine. Quickly check. Ensure that the throttle is in the cutoff position and not the idle position. Starting, you can abort the startup by pressing the throttle cutoff button, then set the ignition vent. Fuel shutoff valve switch, set to open, to its right position, cover closed. The left position closes the valve, interrupting fuel supply to the engine. Boost fuel pump switches, set both left and right pumps. Starter button cover, open, start button, left click on it and hold for 2 seconds, to activate the engine starter. Monitor the engine RPM and the TT7 temperature. Once RPM goes over 10%, move the throttle lever beyond idle, then move it back. At 45% RPM, the JFS will disengage and turn off. Seems that the engine didn't start properly. Return the throttle to its cutoff position, back, set the engine panel switches to their off position, left, place the vent GD switch on its center position, vent, and wait until the engine RPM have dropped to 0, then retry the start following the procedure shown at left. If you can't get the engine to start, press backspace to exit the mission and retry it later. Somehow, the engine caught fire during the start. Immediately abort the startup by pressing the throttle cutoff button, then set the ignition ventilation switch to the mid-vent position and wait for the JFS to automatically shut down. This training mission can't continue, you should retry it later. Press spacebar to exit.